What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a non-spoiler take of the new Peacock show, Bel-Air. This, of course, is a new rendition of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which starred Will Smith. This, of course, is created by Morgan Cooper. Now, before we begin, if you like this video, awesome. Hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top of the fun is coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button as well as commenting below any video you watch, including this one. So like I said, this will be a non-spoiler review. I am going to go into spoiler details for each episode later on, but I just want to give you my overall thoughts on what I think of this series. But in essence, what Bel-Air is it's a new rendition of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which of course starred Will Smith. This series, of course, is created by Morgan Cooper, who became quite famous after the kind of short that he put on YouTube. And in essence is a dramatic take, a much more dark and realistic take of the young person that is Will Smith, who goes to, of course, Bel-Air after he causes problems in Philadelphia, and in essence has to kind of reacclimate and stuff like that in Bel-Air. But the thing about the series that is different is the characters are quite changed. They're quite different from what you remember on the TV series, but it still, as a synopsis, still holds the essence of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith goes to Philadelphia. He hangs out with his, of course, Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil, and of course Bel-Air, and then he does what he needs to do. So I know a lot of people out there love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love it too. It's one of my favorite comedy TV shows of all time. It was very groundbreaking for what it did, but it also garnered superstardom for Will Smith himself. But it was just a fun TV series. It had messages that were very important. It went dark when it needed to, but it was overall a fun, energetic, and just good time watching on TV on like Thursday or Friday night or whenever it premiered. So after Morgan Cooper, as we know, put the YouTube video out, it garnered the attention of Will Smith, who was, of course, on the show. It was a very dark, very dramatic take on the, of course, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And literally like 2 days later, Morgan Cooper actually got a TV deal from Peacock and Will Smith to create this dramatic version of Bel-Air. So we're all skeptical. I guarantee you're skeptical about this very gritty take on what was considered a favorite in the comedy genre, and I was even skeptical too. You know, the trailers don't really do the show very, very well justice. It feels like another ripoff of, like, say, Empire, or, you know, any of those shows that deal with like hard-hitting drama and stuff like that. So I went into the show optimistic, you know, just on the simple fact that it's still the Bel-Air premise, still Fresh Prince, but I love that series so much, so it's very different trying to go into the mindset with a different, you know, level of anticipation, I guess you could say. So after everything's said and done, I got a chance to see the first 3 episodes, which I'm going to review, and then, like I said, I will do episode by episode later on just to talk about each episode, you know, give it grades and stuff like that. And I will say this: I think the level of skepticism is warranted. But I think overall, I think this series actually succeeds in not only trying to be an homage to the original TV series, but try to at least do something different. These characters that you know and love are still the characters that you know and love, but they're much more gritty in their telling, they're much more dark in their telling, and it has actual true stakes in what it's trying to do. Is it perfect? No, there are some characters, which I won't spoil, who I think are worse off than they were in the TV series, but there are other characters who are given much more three-dimensional stakes that they feel kind of realized, well used, and it was really interesting to see, you know, our favorite characters to put in this light. And then, like I said, you have Phil and Viv, who are very much the kind of blanket over these individuals, but they have a very different sense about them. They have a very different drive about them, and this show attempts to make it more realistic in a sense of what it's like for a kid to go from, you know, the West Philadelphia and the problems that he was going through, and the, you know, the nature of the thugs and stuff like that, and then use that in a very dramatic sense to send him to Bel-Air, which feels more safe and stuff. But there are characters, especially some of the main characters, that really have a different sense about them. So the way Will has to kind of navigate this world is much harder, much more difficult. There are people looking down on him. There are people in his own world that just don't understand who he is or get him, and he's put in situations that are very difficult in its own right. And I found that really unique and really interesting. And really, even though it was hard to come to kind of grips with what it was trying to do with being based off a show I really like, I love the tenacity and the drive with what Morgan Cooper and the writers and the cast were doing. And I think everybody does a nice job. I think Jabari Banks as Will Smith does a really competent job. Is he the best character on the show? No, I'll talk about it in the spoilers, but I think he is really on point. I think he has a lot of stuff on his, a lot of weight on his shoulders to deliver a character that is, trying to be his own self, but also be, something that is remembered for, what Will Smith did on his own show. But I feel like the overall dynamic works. There are homages that really do get good payoff, with the coat and stuff like that, and how they use, like, for instance, the dialogue of the song, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song, and kind of integrate it into the show a little bit. I thought that was really interesting how they took pieces of that dialogue and kind of mixed it in. The idea is still there. The TV show kind of outline is still there. It's just told very much more gritty and so on and so forth. And like I said, the characters are very much different, but still the characters you know. So with that said, that's going to be kind of my overall take on a non-spoiler sense, because there is a lot of stuff to talk about that I have recorded already that deal with just everything that is going on in the show, and it goes to places that are very interesting. I just kind of wanted to talk about that. So overall, I feel that this is a show worth watching just to give it a chance by the first episode. I think it will kind of catch you off guard because it is so different but so familiar in a lot of aspects. But I think it attempts to be something unique while something familiar. So overall, I enjoyed it. I'm going to stick with it to episode 4, 5, 6, 7, however many episodes there are. But definitely worth a watch, at least the first episode, so give it a shot. So with that said, I think it's a kind of a winner at this point for what it's trying to do. So anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my non-spoiler take of Bel-Air, the new rendition of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Thank you so much for watching. So comments below, are you excited to see this? Are you looking forward to it? Are you skeptical? If you are, I definitely understand, because I was, but let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this video, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.